reconnects briefly. And the way it shows on my end is like my audio for the game like starts like, you know, like CD buffering. And so when that's over, it reconnects. So it just happens every now and then. Don't worry about it. Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file? Again? But what's wrong with it? There's no cause of death listed there. Not only is there a spear stabbed into his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Oh, what the fuck? That's dummy. Yeah, it is. Oh well. It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for. Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I have to be. We can discuss it later. Right now, our only chance is to investigate. We should investigate first. If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. Well, I guess you're right. Then let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, the area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. You probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Okay. So. Okay. I would love to hear y'all's preliminary thoughts, because it's got to be one of these 5, right? So I don't think it's Fuyuhiko because he's a baby who hates killing. I don't think it's Chiaki because she's a baby who hates killing. I think Akane would be too obvious, and I think Soda's an idiot. So my guess is Sonia. There's a lighter here. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. If it also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. This oil lighter were placed here. An oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm. Is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire. Oil lighters continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. So, using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it? The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. Cause the fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to the crime scene, but it didn't do that. Okay. Fire grenade here. Like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... Fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. Fire was only extinguished thanks to those sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. What is strange is this Monokuma plushie. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey. No response! He's dead, Jim! Just kidding! I'm not dead! Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced in this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too. Don't put oversized garbage there! It's so misleading! What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and then going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something? I had nothing to do with that. Huh? He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there. You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami. You better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma! Looks like those annoyances are gone. It wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? The killer have done this? Oh, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Okay, so we've just got the body, and then everyone's testimonies. Never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us, but even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times when we were only able to reach the truth because of him, but everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Ah, feet. Okay, so we've got face, left hand, spear, feet, right hand, and burnt rope. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope is burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Burned rope. Off for the knife. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they possibly do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife. By the way, it seems the wounds on his leg and left arm were caused by the same knife. Octomite says, I'm sad. How come, Octomite? Is it because of Nagito? I feel like it might be because of Nagito. Also, welcome. By the way, it seems like the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. I want to cosplay Koichi for my first cosplay, and I talked to my mom because I could buy it with my money, and then she made this whole speech about people cosplay have issues and stuff, and now I'm crying. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Honestly, cosplaying is just fun, and your mom can suck it. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I mean, it's your money, you know? Like, I don't know, like, it's nice to have your parents' approval for things, but like, I don't know, one hard lesson that I had to learn is that I'm still allowed to do stuff even if they disapprove, you know? Yeah. By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, he stabbed the knife through his right hand? It's like her Amazon account and stuff, so... Oh, I see. Maybe you can, like... I don't know, get it from Miko Costumes or something? Or Etsy? I don't know. Or you could hook up an Amazon Prime free trial thing. And then they finished him off with the spear. How cruel! Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all? That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? Then they had to use the spear, huh? Okay, so let's look at it. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help? Geez, what a horrible look on his face, see? The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth was covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Ah, got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and then squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift moment, she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. Hey, what are you doing? It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here. Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine! You're gonna get cursed! The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... It's no use. She's not listening. Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that? This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, correct? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with the duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So when he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked in his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue, too. I should remember it. Look, peep. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to the other wound. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere. There's something strange. Strange what? Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it was splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger, which I think means he like made a fist. That would make sense. You're right. You're right. Why is it only on this part? See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. I love her. What would the killer do to make blood splatter? He clenched his hand. Spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like the fatal wound. Oh my! What's this? Such a strange-looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see, I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that right now. By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle. What? Nezumi Castle? I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell! See, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but that weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle looks like that part has blood on it too, but for some reason this section of cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord didn't have any blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better to confirm that later. So that was either where the killer was holding on to it, or Nagito was holding onto that whenever with his left hand whenever he gripped it. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, but they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that? At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, then the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor? Well, even if it was torture, then there's no doubt the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito. A greep dudge, you know? Refusing to let him die so easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? I mean, I'm used to it. My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. I have to investigate his death so I can find the killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Okay, Sonia, let's start with you. If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish this class trial. Then we can think about what will happen after. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. Aha! It's too bizarre, see? I can't do anything except laugh. It looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire. You can see a girder next to it, right? There. Can you see that red streak? Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder. Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. Definitely strange. I should remember this. Girder. Okay. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 days from now, what's gonna happen? Huh? What's gonna happen? This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that it'll happen? Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends. What do you mean, something? He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that? I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with the countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the trial. Yeah, I know. And don't bring up strange stuff like that. I can't. It mattered for Gundam's killing him for Mikan's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. It was at noon. What were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. So, it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? Right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like the time when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime doesn't looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. I love her. Okay. Investigate outside the curtain. Panels are arranged weirdly. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have all been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh? Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? Maybe the reason those panels tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. BAM! Could it be? Was that it? And there's something else I've been wondering. These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other, in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly. Isn't this clearly strange? That means we can speculate that this was done intentionally. It's like dominoes, and those ones are burned back because they fell on the lighter, and that's what started the fire. There's this thing. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here? It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why is the killer playing music from this? Yeah, that didn't have anything. I don't think these books have anything to do with it either. Hmm. Why won't you let me leave? Do I really have to talk to everybody? Madam for gun. Oh. Okay, same thing. Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is all right. It is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were a fake? Well, not all either. When we were looking for the bombs while we were at the military base. I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time? Oh my? Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch! Sonia? I am so terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at that military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh? At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone, so I kept silent the whole time. That mean, when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them? And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered? And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were all fake bombs. How did you find out the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What? I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought I could use one of them to gain an entrance to the ancient ruin. The If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it, but upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. So, the Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. Problem is, his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything. There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Okay. You look worried. Yeah, I am. At a time like this, it might be good for you to broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? You might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides this crime scene. The military base that Sonya mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating. Hey, you guys! Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her. I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene. We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've all investigated all we can here. I guess you're right. Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas, we'd have to give up completely. You don't need to say that. And it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay? Okay. I need to take care of something super quick, so we shall be right back. Okay, we're back. No time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's. If we don't sacrifice the person, nobody can survive. Welcome back. Thank you. Sorry, my mom called about like some billing stuff and I had to talk to her about it because it was really important. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Okay. Speed run. Hi, Sonia. I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me. Well? The bomb that went off at the lobby last night might have been set up here. What if it was one of the bombs that's in Monokuma? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is the thing of parallels. The parallels with... Okay, so in the last murder investigation, Nagito brought up that each of the class trials had a parallel with the previous killing school life. With Nekomaru's parallel being Sakura's, which were both forms of self-sacrifice. With both Nekomaru and Gundam self-sacrificing so everyone else could eat. That's the subtext at least. Sakura's self-sacrifice was a lot more explicit, but with this, both of the inciting incidents could, or both of the things could involve a bomb from Monokuma. Do you have a minute? If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think that the group is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that? Amazing! A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism! Let us rip apart these right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it? Either way, it is all gravy. Oh, gravy? What the hell does that mean? Enough already. Stop! There's no bomb. Hey, you'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you feel is the soft weight of cotton. I see. You are right. Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? Who knows? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. Please wait. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. No. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved. If the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon. I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside of one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it! Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth. However, as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? Possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video messages. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me, an absolute failure, would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Thought Kazuichi. Damn it, this dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. Your supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed in the truck bed. Ah, found it! What did you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand? Which means the killer obtained the knife from here. So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone, though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. Now we can leave and we can go back to Nezumi Castle. Gotta get my steps in, baby. Oh, I missed it because I was distracted. My bad. Nezumi Castle. Spear with a flashy ornament is hanging on the wall. Spear is definitely it, right? Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall's missing. There's no mistaking it, the killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife, and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield, but still, they chose this spear for a reason. What reason could that be? Maybe they're proficient in it, like Sonya. I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I feel any closer to the truth. Probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling a strange feeling that I've felt before, as if Nagito is trying to make us suffer, even after he's. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Cottage time! Let's warp over there. Okay, which one's Nagito? Oh, I guess it's this one. Go! Clatter, clatter. It's locked. I can't go inside. Really? You're gonna make me talk to him?
What's this?
Oh my! You wanna go inside Nagito's room too?
Hime,
Ah, Hachime.
what are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do this while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy,
Then do it! It's sweet because it's made of black beans! Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
Fine, fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then.
Now then.
Vamoose.
Va-va-va-loose! Freak.
Bye-bye.
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This is my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Bum, 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 bum. Nagito komaira. So, Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming bear so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. It was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Look at the treasure box. That's Monami's, right? From when it was broken in. A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights that is totally standing out. Ah, could this be? Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. That treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside. Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this was important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contains sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like kitchen scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this? A diary? Looks like it. Did Monami write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry that titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it.
Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook! Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monami suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand. Phew! I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Geez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief?
No.
But betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student! Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? The diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my super important diary where all my maiden secrets are written. Hey, you're a liar! You always show up out of nowhere! Monami, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monami can't even write. Huh? What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B. No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. Yeah! See? Bullseye! I know, because I'm the same way, too. Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a little weakling like you? Oh, you gonna piss and shit? Fucking shit and cum, perhaps? No, I can do a better one if anyone wants to clip that. Huh? Are you mad? What are you gonna do? Piss and shit? Shit and cum? Okay.
Hey!
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
Hmm? What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Huh? He said that you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? So, who wrote in it? Well, you know. I can see him say that. Yeah. It's, how should I put it?
Bye!
Excuse me? Hold on! Damn it, she totally ran away again. The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. Still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Okay. Fridge. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There isn't really much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really? It looks like just some kind of dietary supplement to me. A protein powder, maybe? I took the brown bottle off the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is... Yeah, it looks like poison. But poison? Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it. Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm going to get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began to read the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specially for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, and it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So, it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container, away from sunlight. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too. Apply to the bomb?
See?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. Poison, he must have brought it with him from there, too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the last class trial? Geez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Thinking about that scares me, but he's the ultimate lucky student. Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby, but what about this poison? Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning, or did Nagito use it? So, where did he use it? Wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks just like the one in my room, but
Hey!
maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's the usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should still check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... There's something here. It's a plastic bag. Wait, is Nagito bad in this one? Well, yeah? Ish? I don't know. It's complicated, but if you want context, he's a little off his rocker. Plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for?
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. Peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum? It looks like a yogurt lid. A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but what does that mean? But does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? It might be too soon to decide that. Okay, and we also need to check out the bookshelf. I think that might be it. A lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed onto this shelf. The genres and types of items are also random. I can't make any sense out of them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what do we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you, then, Hajime. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff in here. Oh, that might be true, but... So, I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items, examining each one. I love the little Monokuma plushie. I've got to grab that. But even as I examined them carefully, they were still a bunch of random books and items. No way there are any clues here. Huh? Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information on our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonya, and everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, height, weight, and so forth, but there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words Reserve Corps student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I was truly a Reserve Corps student for the Reserve Department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the Reserve Department? Why? Why am I here with all the other Ultimate?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Ah, well, I found a strange file. Ah, isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. Not just my profile, the profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Jockey leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here, but unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on! What happened? I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing.
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togano. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No
way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps, based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life, it's totally wrong! There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that, Byakuya, for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You'd need know the answer just by looking through these profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. Suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. Barely considered a student's profile. On that page, I was able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? That's that Byakuya's true identity! True identity? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny Byakuya Togami! A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so cool.
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Then he was lying to us the whole time?
Still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a little more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway,
Ahem. Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was you trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life's been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess,
No.
maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time, but since you guys went to Host Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you could ignore Monami or the traitor. You should. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course.
Well, obviously you would know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope Speak Academy. You mean you made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here? It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue. Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up. Wait. Excuse me for a moment. That chime just now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on that time limit, that might definitely be the last one.
Still.
But I can't imagine it's the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once? But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much. I think we should just focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
Still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Want to become famous? Thanks for the
Damn right.
bot. Looks like everyone's here. Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? Stop it. You're making me depressed. You're making me depressed! So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through this, we can go back, right? That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? Nope. He said this is the last class trial. True. But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily. Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all of this is the one saying it, you know? The one who lies to us all the time. That's why I'll definitely survive. If we really can go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know? Huh? What are you saying? There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us. Damn right. Stupid rabbit should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it in order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight! What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her ass, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial. Aw, fan.
But still.
Somehow, I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial. You're right, we need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Roar! This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this, too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go too smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive still stand and fight. Must fight. And then the door slowly opened. Bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Light of despair.
Well now.
Well then, now that chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left!
Shut the hell up!
Enough! Just fucking start this already!
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
It sure is! So, you've got to show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all!
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end, see?
Now then.
Now then, let's get this class trial started! This is the last class trial! Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other! This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very social. But his true nature, such a demented thought process, that was nothing like what were to be. He said he believed in hope. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope would never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. There were also times someone like him was killed. Of him. I have no idea at all. There's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. Killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this really is the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Okay! So, how'd everyone enjoy it? I hope everybody enjoyed it. So yeah, that's gonna be the ending. That took almost an hour and 45 minutes. I'm so glad we did this, little mini stream, that ended up being almost as long as my stated stream schedule times. But yeah, if you want to check me out more, you can, check me out on Twitter. My Twitter is @MollyMarksVT. Yeah, and we normally stream Tuesdays and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. This game has been going a little closer to 10 or 11, but yeah, you know, we try. Yeah, and I just wanted to also thank Lashido, Sir James Shifter, Mushim, and Octomite for the follows tonight. It's so great. Thank you so much. Like I said, God tier voice acting, lol. Thank you so much, Lucido. That means so much to me. I pride myself on my voice, actually. Yeah, let's see who we can raid. I think we should raid the Serfs. They're doing a debate with a bunch of lefty streamers. That could be cool. So yeah, there are politics. It's cool if you don't like politics. I'm just gonna raid into them. Because they're cool people. They're really cool people. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Until next time, comrades, remember, drink water.